Hi, and welcome to a video about how easy it is to get started with CoreBASIC. For this demonstration I'm going to be using a Freescale Freedom board that's been preloaded with the CoreBASIC interpreter. You can download the CoreBASIC interpreter from the SolderCore website, grab it and load it onto the board using the OpenSDA loader. The exact details are in the blog. Now if you're intending to write for the Freedom board, you could use a standard C development toolset, compile your code on the PC and download it using JTAG or drag it over OpenSDA. But getting that set up takes some time, and it's not really that immediate or interesting if you just want to poke about and see what the board can do. So here I'm going to show you a live session with CoreBASIC. I'll be writing some interesting program snippets and showing you what you can do in just a few minutes with CoreBASIC. I have everything set up, so here we go. First thing to do is reset the board by pressing the button, and we're straight into CoreBASIC. Now I can type some commands to run in immediate mode. What's the third? The square root of -1. Now it's not very interesting doing maths with this board. It's more interesting doing something with hardware. So you'll notice that the board has this bright blue LED. In fact, it's not a blue LED, it's a tricolour LED. And I can change its colour right away. So these are the commands that I've entered in immediate mode, and the best thing about a programming language is that you can write programs in it. And what CoreBASIC offers is a full screen editor where you can write your programs. So what I'm going to do is just cycle the LED through a few colours. Let's do it 10 times. So we'll say core LED is green, then we're going to pause for 1/10 of a second, set it to blue, pause again for 1/10 of a second, set it red, pause again for 1/10 of a second, and go around again. One of the things that you'll notice is that the CoreBASIC editor has syntax coloured my code, and it's automatically indented it. It's very nice. It's a really nice feature. Now I can run the code directly from the editor by pressing F5. So there we go. Program's running, and now it's stopped. So say I don't want green, I want black, and rather than blue I want cyan, and rather than red I'll have magenta. Press F5 again, and I've got it cycling again. Now that's really quick. I can poke about and do some stuff nice and quickly with the CoreBASIC interpreter. So one of the other things that the CoreBASIC interpreter supports is the onboard accelerometer of the Freedom board. I list my program, there it is, create a new one. Nothing there. To get access to the accelerometer, I call up one of the built-in drivers for the accelerometer and install it. And there we go, it's installed. If I read the accelerometer, this shows me the forces on the accelerometer in the X, Y and Z directions. So the Z direction is straight down into the earth, and that's experiencing a force of about 1G. If I move this and print the accelerometer again, now in the Y-axis that's experiencing a force of 1G. If I do it in the X-axis, we've got an acceleration of about 1G in the X-axis. So now we've got the accelerometer, we can write some code that will use the accelerometer to detect motion. So new program, start again, we'll install the accelerometer, and we'll run this program for 10 seconds. Now what I want to do is detect very small accelerations in the X and Y direction, and to do that, if I can say if the accelerometer's acceleration in the X direction is more than a tenth of a g approximately, or the acceleration in the Y direction is more than a tenth of a g, then I'm going to set the LED to red. Otherwise, I'm going to set the LED to green. Now, the accelerometer will deliver a value that is not a magnitude but is signed. It tells you which direction the acceleration is happening in. So I just want to use the magnitude, so I'm going to use the absolute value of the accelerometer readings. And now I can run that. And the accelerometer is being sampled and the LED is green. If I just touch this, the LED goes red and the program's ended. Let's run it again. So accelerometer is being read, no accelerometer readings are exceeding about a tenth of a G. Wow, well there we go. One of the other things that you can do with the accelerometer in CoreBASIC, create a new program, is read the pitch and the roll. Now the axis is going to be this one, so pitch will go up, that's pitch, and roll will be like this. So I'll just read that interactively for the moment. So what's the accelerometer readings? What we can ask for is the accelerometer pitch in degrees. Right now it's about 0.4 degrees because it's flat on the table. If I lean it up, the accelerometer pitch about 36 degrees. If I lower it flat, we can ask for what the roll is. Accelerometer roll is going to be very, very low. If I roll it about, that's about 45 degrees. What's the roll now? Oh, 37 degrees. Okay, so what we can do is use those pitch and roll properties to give us a warning. So I'm going to start with a new program. We'll install the accelerometer. And we're going to run this program for 10 seconds again. Now what I want to do is say if the accelerometer pitch is more than 45 degrees, then I'll set the LED to red. Otherwise, I'm going to set the LED to green. So there's my program. Now if I run it, LED is green, move the pitch up, ooh, it's red, down, green, up, red. Now one of the things about the pitch is that if we go down, the pitch is negative, the accelerometer is still green. So what we'll do, again, we'll use the magnitude of the angle. Alright. As we move it up, it goes red as before, as it goes down, ooh, it's gone red again. So that's a quick demonstration of how easy it is just to write some simple noddy little code to interact with the Freedom board, and I've installed a simple accelerometer driver. If I type install catalog, it shows you all the drivers that CoreBASIC is delivered with for the Freedom board. So there's gyro drivers, accelerometer drivers, pressure drivers, a bunch of graphics drivers. So now I've shown you what you can do, which is really simple. Why don't you go and tinker with CoreBASIC and the Freedom board yourself. Thanks. Bye.